Footy is back and our friends at Manscaped.com have got a masterclass to get you ready for the new season. Manscaped have just released a Performance Package 4.0, which is a revolutionary product for men's grooming. 4.0. It comes with Ball Reviver. Let's get all of that revived. Ball Toner. You've got to get that toner on your balls. Most of all, the Lawnmower 4.0. This thing is incredible. It comes with a light. You can hear that buzz. Listen to that buzz. Can you hear it? It just goes, slides through that ball hair, or your arse hair, or your body hair. You can see right here. Just look at that. Just look at that cut. Oh, brilliant. It's also got skin safe technology, so you won't have to go to the hospital or somewhere because you've cut your balls. This thing is extraordinary. Also comes with Manscaped boxes. Find the 2 million men worldwide who use Manscaped and use the code Ryan LFC. I repeat, the code Ryan LFC to get 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Again, thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video, and your balls will definitely thank you.
All right, people, welcome to the Ryan LFC and I Am Sure Sports podcast. This is week 2 of the Big Bad podcast. This is the first, I believe, that anything like this is happening. 2 Jamaican, 1 at home and 1 abroad, working together to do a podcast for you. We had a great first week and we're anticipating another great week of discussion and talk about the Reggae Boyz, Jamaica's football, the way forward, our thoughts, our ideas, and we'll take your comments as well. So before we even get into it, you remember this is Ryan LFC. This is his channel, and if you have not yet, you have to subscribe to it. Just jump on, hit the subscribe button, and before you even hear anything else, make sure you hit the like button 1,000,000 times and more, so we can get the likes up. You understand me? And if you have not, you can also check out I Am Sure Sports. They call me Mannings Man, and this is your man to the right. He has on his Under Armour shirt, but they call him Ryan. Ryan, what's going on today, my friend?
I'm doing good, I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to episode 2 in the Reggae Boyz podcast, bro. It's a pleasure to have you on the platform and to share your knowledge with the people in Jamaica and stuff, bro. Thank you very much for hosting the show too, bro. So people, if you haven't subscribed to I Am Sure Sports, make sure you go and subscribe. I have some great work over there, some great interview. You must go over there and subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. So I Am Sure Sports, man. How are your family doing this weekend?
Family doing great. You know, the kids are locked up in their room now. You know, they're playing games on the PlayStation, having a good time. Because, you know, that's how the wife is resting. You understand me? The other daughter, she's all the way up there in Kingston, probably at home, not working today. You know, the rest of the family doing well. So we're giving thanks. And then Arsenal won on Friday. So, you know, we are still celebrating and we're full of great joy. You know, things are just working out for us. And we anticipate the game tomorrow. I know you're already praying, Ryan. So how are you doing? How is your family? And how is the Never Walk Alone family doing?
Well, as you can see in the background, the big bad and mighty Liverpool flag. I'm excited for this game against Manchester United. It's going to be a very good game. Both team. Man United come into this game, they're under a lot of pressure, both the manager and the player. Liverpool and great form, unbeaten in the last 20 games, both in Champions League and Premier League. So they're looking good. They have a lot of confidence. Club, I'm begging you, please just play your normal football. That's all me I beg you. Is if you allow the boys to play their normal football, we can tear this Manchester United team apart at Old Trafford. My score prediction is 3-1. So make sure you guys give us your prediction down in the comment section. But man, things going in good. Beating a very good Aston Villa team. How you feeling about that?
I'm very excited. That was like taking candy from a baby. 3 goals up in no time. Totally outplayed them, like 80 minutes of complete football, both on the offensive and the defensive end. Very dominant performance by Arsenal. You can see the team is slowly gelling and coming together. This is the second game like this we're having because we kind of also dominated the Tottenham game that we played earlier. And so, very excited. Things are looking like they're turning around for the Arsenal, the mighty Gunners, the third biggest team in England and the biggest team in London. Let's not forget that 2 teams stand above us, Manchester United and Liverpool. Outside of that, everyone else is below us, and that's just the truth, my friend. Yeah, but you didn't you just say your score prediction is 3-1. Is that 3-1 for Manchester or 3-1 for Liverpool?
Come on, bro. Massive Liverpool fans. It only can go one way. It only can go one way. 3-1 for Liverpool. So I'm hope we get back on track. Chelsea winning by 7 goals to nil. They're looking good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting this job done against this Man United team. So big up to Jackson in the building. Share down in the comment section. So big up, no respect. Nothing but for you. Demo, big up everybody. Ryan, big up yourself. Big up to everybody down in the comment section, man. But it's over to you, in a legend.
Yes, so people, like today's discussion, and of course we're going to engage you in the back end of the discussion. All right, so here's what the discussion today is looking at: just our 26-man squad for the next set of fixtures for the Reggae Boyz. That is the fixture on the 12th of November in San Salvador against El Salvador, and the game on the 16th against the United States of America here at the Jamaica National Stadium, right? And as you know, and if you don't know, you probably need to know this, that the 16th of November 1997 was when Jamaica qualified for the 1998 World Cup. We played Mexico there at the office, and the game ended 0-0. And that sealed our qualification. So this game on the 16th against the United States will be a celebration of that. And so so please, we're hoping and praying, Ryan, that there'll be fans there. So but that is what our discussion will be about primarily today. Just what that squad should look like, what are the changes, given that in the last window we got 4 points from 9, winning 1 game and tying 1, and then we lost 1. And how many changes do we need in the team, and should we move it from 23 to 27? Because as you remember, the official team was 23, Ryan, and they moved that. They moved it from 35 to 23, but they ended up with 20. So our first suggestion, right, Ryan, is that they move it back to 27, like the other teams are doing, and so we are going to name a 27-man squad. What say you?
Yeah, basically we're short of a lot of players, and I don't want to see Kemar Taxi Lawrence playing all of the game. Not saying he's a bad player, but player need rest. And if we keep playing Kemar Taxi Lawrence every single international break, what going to happen to Kemar Taxi Lawrence? He's going to break down. So we cannot afford that. And I would love for the JFF to make sure they have a broadly pool, like a 27-man, to give Coach Tappa Whitmore, to have him have a date, make him have option. So I'm really looking forward to see a 27-man squad. I would love to see Ravel Morrison back in the team. I don't know what you think about that. We're not playing against team where Ravel Morrison cannot travel to. He can travel to El Salvador. We're playing against United States. I would love to see Ravel Morrison back in the team. What are your thoughts on that, though?
Well, that's a good start, but let's start probably from the goalkeepers, and maybe we can track and see I mean, how we go from there before we get into the Ravel Morris, because we may need to have some discussions there based on who we're going to name. And we're assuming that all the players are going to be available and all the players are fully fit and there are no injuries. And so, given those circumstances, we're going to name the 27 people that we believe. This is not the coach's selection, Ryan. This is our selection, right?
Yeah.
People, we may get it wrong, but it is our selection. All right. So, who are the three goalkeepers that you're taking, Ryan? Let's start with the goalkeepers.
But for me, I will definitely start with Andre Blake. Definitely number one. If he fit, he has to be in the squad. Dylan Barnes. We have Jaden White not playing football right now. I think just finished a season at Cavaliers. Do he play a major part for Cavaliers to win that Premier League, especially in the semi-final. So for me, that's the three goalkeeper I would go with. Same and stuff.
Okay, all right. So three goalkeepers. Do you hear that, people? So now we're down to 27 players because we have three goalkeepers: Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, and Jaden White. All right. Now in defense, let's look at centre back. I mean, I will select the centre backs, Ryan, and then you can tell me what you think. I am bringing Damian Lowe, Adrian Mariappa, Ethan Pinnock, and Liam Moore. Those are the four centre backs I'm taking. I'm not taking Topi for this particular game once those four guys are available. What say you?
For me, if Ethan Pinnock fit, he should be in the team. Topi, it said a lot in the last couple game we play against Mexico. No, we play against Canada and Honduras, and we were short enough defender, and Topi were on the bench, and Coach Whitmore didn't use him. I don't know if Coach Whitmore don't believe in him or he don't think he ready enough to play at this highest level, but when he will be ready. So for me, I will bring in back Ethan Pinnock in the squad. Mariappa don't have a club, but working very hard in the gym in England. I see him Instagram story doing a lot of work on the pitch and in the gym preparing for the upcoming game. So Damian Lowe, as I said, not having a great World Cup qualify so far, especially in the last three game. He has been dodgy, but we know Damian Lowe is a very good player, and I hope he can put in some good performance in the next World Cup qualify coming up next month. So Damian Lowe, Ethan Pinnock, and I think the captain, Liam Moore, playing very good for Reading. And he will be fit and he will be ready and he will be a part of the team. So that's my fourth centre back partner I will go with.
So far, people, we have selected 7 players and we have agreed. Let's see if we will have any disagreement on this other position. What about the right back position? Who are the players who you would be selecting for the right back? And then I'll select on the left side. Go ahead.
Well, for me, first and foremost, Alva Spoil, I don't know him situation if he fit. I know Alva Spoil not doing great in the last Gold Cup. He was averaged. Not the Alva Spoil we know, but I don't know if because of the injury him carrying. But for me, I would leave Alva Spoil out of this one. I think Javon Brown put in a poor display against he played against Philadelphia or something like so. I was watching a highlight where this week where I watch Javon Brown, they take him off the field. We're putting a bad performance, give away a ball and the team score on Vancouver. So I will have Javon Brown back in the team. And this is where it kind of get a little bit tricky. Wes Harding playing some good stuff over there in England. Well, Coach Theodore Whitmore call him. For me, I don't think. Yeah, I will call him. I will call him. We're supposed to have 2 wing back, right, Manningsman?
Yeah.
We're supposed to have 2 wing back. And the next thing too, for me, O'Neill Fisher is not a wing back. Seeing him play in the last game, he's like, if we're going to use 3 at the back, I would say O'Neill Fisher or Javon Brown. But this is where it kind of get tricky for me. O'Neill Fisher put in good performance in the last 2 games for us, Canada against Honduras. And it's very hard to drop him out of the squad because of his performance. We have to be real. So, based off of him last 2 performance management, I will call him up back. O'Neill Fisher, and I will call up Javon Brown. That's a two wing back for me. What said you?
All right. Same thing. Same thing. I think for this game, I'm leaving out Alvas Paul to give him time to fully recover from the injury he has been carrying since the Gold Cup, I believe. I would give him some time to recover from that for the next window. And I'm bringing Javian Brown and O'Neill Fisher. I agree with you that though Wes Harding is having a good time at his club, he has struggled in the Jamaican setup. I don't think he plays the wing back position very well. I could see him playing more in a back three, more so. And so for that reason, I'm going with O'Neill Fisher. He warrants a spot in this team, and I think Javian Brown is yet to be given enough time so we can evaluate him. So those are the two that I would take on that side. I'm not going to get into what formation the coach is going to use and how he's going to set up the team yet because we're just naming the squad. But even if we're using a back three, I think Javian Brown or O'Neill Fisher could do a job for us if we so desire outside of the back three as wingers. On the left side, I go with Kemar Lawrence, and I am not. I'm going with Greg Lee. I long to see him back in the Jamaican colors. I think he played for us in Saudi Arabia, and since that time he had an injury. He has recovered from that. He is playing well. He has, from what we have heard, said that he's available for selection from the last window. He wasn't called upon. And I, based on what the coach said in his last interview when he spoke about Amari Bell, there seems to be some other issues there. I don't know if those things have been resolved. So I would go with Greg Lee to be a cover for Kemar Lawrence because in his last appearance for Jamaica, he looked very well going forward and he was good enough defensively. So I would call back Greg Lee and Kemar Lawrence makes a team. So those would be the two persons I would use on the left. And a lot of that has to do with what the coach said. He said that there were some personal reasons. Sometimes when I hear these things, it could be because a wife is pregnant or, about to give birth. Normally these are the things will make a player stay away from selection. But I think Greg Lee deserves a recall. We can't just discard players like that. And it's not that he had a bad performance. He has come out and said that I want to play. I'm ready again. And I think, for this window, I am calling him because I didn't believe that Amari Bell gave us enough in the Gold Cup going forward. And he had a good amount of games. So that's where I'd go on the left-hand side of the field. I don't know if you agree or you disagree with that, Ryan.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. But people, smash the like button once you join in the chat. People, don't disrupt the show. We're telling you, just hit the like button. This is a podcast, guys, and we want to have it more solid. We don't want to keep on telling you hit the like button. So just hit the like button once you guys join in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. So yeah, I have to agree with you. Greg Lee playing some very good stuff over there in England. For me, I'm
in Scotland.
Yeah. Scotland, they still call it in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Greg Lee, I think he deserves to get a call up back. Play very good against the Saudi Arabia. Going forward in defense, very look solid. For me, Amari Bell, as you say, I have to agree with you. He didn't give me that Amari Bell performance where we're looking for in the Gold Cup. So I'm going with Greg Lee and I have to go with Kemar Taxi Lawrence. I don't see us to continue use Kemar Taxi Lawrence right through the World Cup qualifier. He will play 14 games. Who knows if you have the physical ability to do it? Why not do it?
All right. So far, Ryan, we have named 11 players. So let's call the names again, so people who are just joining in they can know. We have 3 goalkeepers in Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, and Jaden White. We have 4 centre backs in Ethan Pinnock, Liam Moore, Adrian Mariappa, and Damian Lowe. We have 2 left backs in O'Neill Fisher and Javian Brown. We have 2 right backs in two right. Those are the right backs. The left backs are Kemar Lawrence and Greg Lee. All right, now we get into the defensive midfield position. All right, and what we have seen from Coach Whitmore is that Devon Speedy Williams, Anthony Grant, and as of recent, Javon Watson has occupied that position. All right. Who are you going with, Ryan, in that position? And is there anyone you're calling up for the first time, or you're happy with what you have there?
No, I'm not happy with the midfield. I'm not happy with the midfield. I want our midfield to start to dominate game. And for us to start to dominate game real and properly and make that impact in CONCACAF, most football game win from the midfield. I don't know if you agree with me on that. Most game
Yeah.
win from the midfield. So for me, I would love to see either Kevin Stewart or Cousin get called up in this national team. I would love to see what Kevin Stewart can do. I was searching to see if Kevin Stewart has been playing games. I think he played the 16th of September. Haven't been in the team. I don't know if they're taking their time with him. I don't know. But for me, I would love to see Kevin Stewart in this team. Come next month, Kevin Stewart get him first call up for the national team, because what Kevin Stewart bring to us, he give us that balance, especially if we're going to play two CDM, Anthony Grant, the judge, and you put Kevin Stewart side of him. What Kevin Stewart give you, he give you balance. He can make that final pass. He's a player like a Speedy, but a much upgrade on Speedy. I don't know if you agree with me or you
Yeah.
disagree with me on that, but I
Yeah.
think he's an upgrade on Speedy Williams. So Speedy Williams, good to have him in the team, but what Kevin Stewart bring, much quality. He bring much more quality in that midfield. He can lick it long, he can hit it short. Same thing like Speedy, but he's just more upgrade version to Speedy Williams. Not saying him should come in and start. No. I'm just saying give him a national call up. We need to cap him. What we're waiting on him. Have a Jamaican passport. Give him that call up. So
Yeah.
my midfield, Anthony Grant, Kevin Stewart, Speedy Williams, Ravel Morrison, that four. I need six. I need six. I need six.
What about Javon Watson? I'm just throwing out a name. What about Daniel Johnson?
Daniel Johnson. Yes, Daniel Johnson make five. And I need one more. Tyreek McGee. The reason why I don't have Javon Watson in the team, we have too many good midfielder. Yes, he bring up vibes. Yes, he have a very good campaign in the last couple game. And a lot of people will say, why not give him that call up, because he meshed the team together in vibe. But really and truly, if we need to mesh on that vibes, what said about our national team? We have more younger player where can play in that position. So probably Tappa will still call Javon Watson. I think he will, and I don't think he will call Kevin Stewart. I don't know, but that's my opinion.
Okay. All right. So here's where I would go, Ryan. I hear your position on Kevin Stewart. I do believe that based on what we have seen of him in the championship, he looks like you'd offer something more than what Speedy offers. Though we have never seen him play in the national colors and in CONCACAF to determine that. So based on what we have seen, Speedy is the best option right now, because we have not seen Kevin Stewart playing in the CONCACAF region to see if he can manage the pace and the hustle and the bustle of playing in CONCACAF. Also, he seemed to be very injury prone. He's out because he is again injured. And if that is an ongoing issue with him, then I can't see how he's going to manage the rigors of playing in CONCACAF. So for that reason, Kevin Stewart is really not going to be available, I believe, for this window, because he's out injured from the 16th of September, as you identified, and there's no way he's going to be recovered. He would recover quickly enough to come in and make a significant impact in the side. So Kevin Stewart is out, which make the coach's job a whole lot easier. I've been watching Jordan Cousins, and I don't think, except for his age, him being younger than Grant, I don't think he's an upgrade on Grant. And if he's not an upgrade on Grant, I would not really go for him, right? Except that if something goes wrong with Grant, if he's yellow carded, then we are going to be in a very difficult position. And this is where I agree that we need to find an Exedium, because Anthony Grant is on a yellow card. And so if he gets a yellow card, God forbid, in the El Salvador game, it means that he's going to miss the very important game against the United States. So I would go with Grant. I would go with Speedy. I am unlike you, Ryan. I am calling back Javon Watson, not as a starter, but because I don't know if Grant will be carded, and I'd need some sort of uh, uh, leadership in the middle of the park. I realized that in the last game, there was great leadership from Javon Watson in terms of how we structured the team when we were under pressure, and he was very vocal and offering direction. So, with that in mind, I'm calling him back. Right. I'm also giving Kevin Lambert a call up. Right. I think Kevin Lambert is a good option, especially playing against the United States, playing against El Salvador. Some of these players you would have played with in the USL. So I'm calling Kevin Lambert. Right. So that's Kevin Lambert, um, Anthony Grant, Devon Speedy, Williams, Javon Watson. That's four. All right. Tyreek McGee definitely gets a call up, and I agree with you that Ravel Morris is in this side. All right. So Daniel Johnson, I'm very, I'm still very sketchy about. And but because I think I have an additional spot, I'm going to go with seven midfielders. So I'm bringing in Daniel Johnson as well. And the reason why I'm doing this is if Anthony Grant for any reason gets injured and Javon Watson can't carry the weight, then the coach have an option between Daniel Johnson per se and a Lambert. Or if something goes wrong with Speedy, he has a box to box option. In terms of Daniel Johnson, though, I believe that Daniel Johnson has not been producing for the national team. So that's the seven midfielders that I would call up. So that's Anthony Grant, Javon Watson, Kevin Lambert, Speedy Williams, Daniel Johnson, Ravel Morris, and Tyreek McGee. So that would make my squad now 11 plus 7 would make my squad 18.
Okay. So all right, let's move on to the forward and the wingers. So
Yeah.
how many wingers you need? Left winger, right winger. How many winger you crying?
So
Four?
so so with 18 persons and we're carrying seven, we have spot for nine players.
Nine
So
player.
nine players, right? So I'm going two on the right, two on the left, right, three on the right, three on the left, and three in the middle.
Okay. Fair enough. So I'm going with wingers. I'm going with on the right hand side. I'm going with Bobby Reed, and I'm going with Jamal Lowe on that side.
Okay.
So left side, I'm going with Leon Bailey if he fit. Um, who is the next winger?
Junior Fleming.
Junior Flemings. Yeah, Junior Flemings. So that's my four winger. What about you?
All right. So we have 11 players that we named already. In the
Yeah.
defense and goalkeeper, plus seven in midfield, including the number 10, which is Maggie. So that's 11 plus seven is 18, right? So we name in a 27-man squad. So 18 plus 9 is 27. So we have 9 more spots, right? Because we're not going 23. We're going 27. We believe we need to call more players for these two games. 27 players. So I agree with you that I'm going Jamal Lowe and Bobby Reed on one side. All right. And then I'm going on the other side, Junior Fleming, and who is the other name that you called?
Um, Junior Flemings.
No man, Junior Fleming and one other name. You call
I
another
call
name.
Bobby Reed. I call Bobby Reed. I call Lowe.
Oh,
Jamal
Bailey. I was missing out Bailey. So I
Bailey.
have Bailey, I have Lowe, I have um Fleming, and I have
No,
Reed.
no, 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 no. I'm taking out Flemings. I'm bringing in Blair Tager.
Oh, so you're dropping Fleming
Yeah,
and bringing in.
one natural winger.
All right. So, but that's four. So if that is four, that means are we going? We have space now for five other players. Are these five players center forward? Because I would still carry I have a shout out because I would call Kahim Paris.
Sure. Karim Paris, I don't have a problem
All right.
calling Paris because I don't think we need 5 striker. We're only playing 2 games. We
Right.
need
So,
2
so I'm,
strikers.
I'm I'm bringing 4. So that's why my spot doesn't go to Blair Turgot. I would give that additional spot on the wing to Kaim Paris, who can play on the left and on the right.
Okay, fair enough.
Right now, if the coach wants, like I've said, he can call Demari Gray. If Demari Gray is coming, that is probably where Fleming is going to lose his spot.
Yep.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And then up front, the 4 that I'm going with is Kemar Roof, Shamar Nicholson, Mikel Antonio, and Andre Gray. So Javon East would not make my 27-man squad.
Okay, fair enough. So where we at now? My striker, right?
Yeah.
I'm going it Shaman Nicholson,
Yeah.
Andre Gray, Mikel Antonio. That's 3.
And Kemar Roof, are you
And
not calling?
Kemar Roof.
And Kemar Roof, right?
Kemar Roof, that's make 4.
Yeah. So both of us have East out of the team.
Yeah, East out for me. And I will take Junior Flemings and bring Paris. Or
You
Blair.
drop Junior Fleming and bring Paris or Blair Turgot. I wouldn't select Blair Turgot over Junior Fleming. I'd select probably just give Karim Paris a shout up over him. But if
Paris
yes.
need a chance. He need a chance. Paris need a chance.
Yeah.
I have to say that. Paris need a chance.
Yeah. People, what do you say of the squad? That's our 27. You want us to run through it, Ryan?
Yes.
From all right, so let's go from back to front. So in goal we have Andre, Blake, Dylan Barnes, and Jaden White. That's 3. The 4 center backs are Ethan Pinnock, Liam Moore, Damian Lowe, and Adrian Mariappa. The 2 left backs are Kemar Lawrence and Greg Lee. The right backs are Fisher and Javian Brown. All right. The midfielders are Anthony Grant, Devon Speedy Williams, Javon Watson, Ravel Morris, Tyreek McGee, and Daniel Johnson. All right. All right. That's it. That's it so far. Did we miss out any name?
No.
Okay. All right. The wingers, we are saying Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed, Jamal Lowe, and Kahim Paris. Gray, this is Demari Gray if he's available. But if not, we're picking. No, we have Paris, Lowe, Bailey, and Reed. So we have one more spot to make it 5. If Demari Gray is available, he comes in. If not, we have a choice between Turgot and Fleming. But I am saying that I would pick Fleming over Turgot. You're saying that you're going with Turgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Turgot or most creative player in the Gold Cup, but player didn't finish their chance. That's why Turgot look so he create a lot of opportunity. But we need more end product from Blair Turgot. Both Junior Flemings and Blair Turgot, we need more end product from them. So yeah, basically that is for me and the squad. So I believe we have 2 games. Like normally, we're going to have more time to prepare the team because we're going to have 4 days to prepare for that El Salvador game. So we have a few little time to link up. But both of us don't pick Ravel Morrison in the team.
Oh no, man, Ravel Morrison is in the team. Both of us have him.
Yeah. So we want to see Ravel Morrison in the team. We see him supporting the team on Instagram and on Twitter. You know what I mean? Him fully back in the team. But we need to have Ravel Morrison back in the team.
And I know some persons are saying don't select Javin Watson. Javon Watson. I think, I mean, what if Grant gets a second yellow? Right? And something happens to Speed in the El Salvador game. What are we going to do? So, in that regard, you understand, Ryan? I think we need to at least have him there as, like in your house, right? You have a fire extinguisher. You don't really need it. You better you have it and don't need it than need it and don't have it. And I think in that sense, I would just have him there just in case something um goes wrong. And I don't think there's any other player. Oh, who we left out was Kevin Lambert, because I have Kevin Lambert in my team. I think that is the name that we're leaving out.
So
Kevin Lambert. But who do you call Kevin Lambert? Because I have Kevin Lambert in my squad. In my
no,
oh, you're not calling him. Oh, you
not
have Kevin Stewart instead of Kevin Lambert. Yeah.
yes. I have
Yeah, but Kevin Stewart is injured and out until November.
no, he out till November.
Yeah, he's out again until November.
Well, if he out, um, I have to bring
Cousins.
not cousin Lambert.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
back.
what. Yeah. I would bring back Lambert if. Yeah.
I will bring back Lambert. Big up to Special Edition just joining the show. I hear word that in the mornings, man. So
Yeah, man. Big up to all the persons in the chat. Oh my lord, the program is good. Owen, Ames, Loud Music Entertainment, Jeremy and Miller, Roadball TV, Mr. Special Edition, Kiddo Sample, Owen, Ian Campbell. Yeah, man. Much respect and thing. If we have missed some, then we will call them as we go on. The Premier League teams in Jamaica don't start training until the 26th, most of them, which is next week Tuesday. So I don't think we can call any player who is in the league operating or who is going to be preparing for training unless they have been a part of the setup before, right? And so that would be my challenge in selecting any player from the recently concluded or soon to be restarted Jamaica Premier League. I think Kevin Lambert is the best option out there if Kevin Stewart is not available. So big up Jersey Boy, big up Balakar just checking in as well. Blue Mountain Entertainment Group. Bless up yourself. Yeah, Ryan. But I think that's a good enough squad. It is also only 2 games.
yeah. So
Yeah.
JT Taylor asks if Andre Gray getting passport. He should.
Like what people don't want you to tell them the truth. They want you to tell them what you can hear, what they want to hear. Because we keep saying the same thing, and I'm not going to change. If the Jamaica Football Federation wants Demari Gray for the next window, he can be here representing Jamaica. I don't know how clearer we can be, right? That is where it's at. If Coach Whitmore says, I want Demari Gray, it can happen. Whatever needs to happen, everything is in the process to make that happen. They just need to call the player and say, we want him. And then everything that needs to be done will be done. All right. And this is what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, Ryan. So please, all right, no hard feelings, Roadball TV. But yeah, so but I think we're going to select 27 players. I don't think we are going to select 23 this time around because.
Is it a case, management, we have 2 games, the JFF probably looking at expense and say, okay, we don't need 27 players, we need 23 because they only have 2 games and the game is more spaced out. We're playing on the 12th, traveling to El Salvador, and then we're playing on the 16th against the United States at home. So I don't know if the JFF thinking like that. Sometimes they will think like that and watch expense. I don't know what you have to say about that. People, sorry about that.
But as we think of as we think about this though, as far as my whole sense, my whole feel is that somehow they're going to broker a deal to have fans in the stadium, which means there's going to be income, the possibility of generating income. Again, you have some things that are happening the logistics that are happening. All right. Number one, Anthony Grant is on a yellow card, and he could get one and miss the game. All right. You're bringing in a Mikel Antonio, and sometimes with some of these players, we don't know how much time the clubs will allow them to play over 2 games. So we need a full squad. Leon Bailey, if he turns up, is returning from injury. And again, we have to watch these things. And I'm saying, given some of those situations, it is better to have 27 players than to have 23